In case you've been living under a soundproof rock that's been sealed in on the bottom of the ocean, Lewis Hamilton is now a Ferrari driver. The seven-time champion's arrival to Italy and first miles at Fiorano have been very well documented, with thousands of fans traveling to witness the historic occasion. It will be up to the 40-year-old Hamilton to do what the likes of Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel could not do: bring the championship back to Maranello. In today's GPFans Special, we're diving into what Hamilton will be facing at Ferrari and what, in general terms, is required to win an F1 championship for the prancing horse. Before we start, however, please remember to subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to stay up to date on all the latest in the world of Formula One. Ferrari are still the most successful team in F1 history, but it's been a good while since the teams won any silverware. Kimi Räikkönen was the last driver to win the championship back in 2007, and the last constructors' title came a year later in 2008. The drought has not been for a lack of trying. In 2010, Fernando Alonso was signed, but the Spaniard finished second in the standings in 3 out of the 5 years he spent at the team. Sebastian Vettel took over from Alonso in 2015, but the 4-time champion could not muster a title either. He finished second twice in 6 years at the Scuderia. In the end, Carlos Sainz was signed to replace the departed Vettel, meaning Ferrari had no former champion in one of its cars for the first time in years. They did have one of the best driver lineups on the grid, but the car did not always prove to be worthy of wins, let alone titles. Now Ferrari think they are ready for a serious title challenge after coming close in 2024, which is why Lewis Hamilton has been put in the car next to Charles Leclerc to get them over the line. Now that Hamilton is sporting the red overalls, the two most successful names in Formula One have joined forces. Across their storied history, Ferrari have won a whopping 16 constructors' titles, which is 7 more than any other team, as well as 15 drivers' titles, which is also a record. I'll leave it up to you whether or not Lewis Hamilton is the greatest driver of all time, but there is no arguing he is the most successful. He has 7 titles to his name, just like Michael Schumacher, but also boasts a record 105 wins, 104 pole positions, and 202 podiums, which is miles ahead of any other driver ever. Of course, most of Hamilton's dominant years came at Mercedes between 2014 and 2021, winning 8 consecutive constructors' titles as well as 6 titles of his own. Hamilton has been on Ferrari's wish list for a long time, but in 2024 the news finally came out that he'd make the move to Maranello. Ferrari's team principal, Fred Vasseur, was one of the main drivers behind this. That is because Vasseur and Hamilton have history together. They worked together back in GP2, the predecessor of Formula 2, back when Vasseur was in charge of ART Grand Prix and they won the 2006 title. Vasseur stated it wasn't hard convincing Hamilton to join Ferrari, adding that once the talks got going, the decision was made pretty quickly. To make life easier for Hamilton at Ferrari, the team is planning to change some things. For example, the new 2025 Challenger, the SF25, will reportedly be engineered to fit the Brits' driving style. One of Hamilton's main complaints at Mercedes in the ground effect era is that his eyes are too close to the front suspension, and Ferrari have taken this feedback on board. If you read between the lines, you can tell Ferrari are not as focused on winning the title this year, but rather want to be a championship-winning squad in 2026, when the regulations will undergo massive changes. It will be up to Hamilton to guide the engineers in what direction the development needs to be headed. Several signings have also been made in upper management, as both Jerome D'Ambrosio and Loic Serra have been acquired from Mercedes. Bono, Peter Bonington, Hamilton's longtime race engineer, has not been signed, however. The 40-year-old will have Riccardo Adami as his new race engineer, who previously worked with Vettel, Sainz, but also Daniel Ricciardo. Hamilton has joined Ferrari then, assuming that the team will give it everything to provide a championship-winning car. But there is a Monegasque 8-time Grand Prix winning elephant in the room we haven't mentioned yet: Charles Leclerc. Leclerc has been part of the Scuderia since 2019 and is the prodigal son of the team in a way. He got rid of Vettel in his first 2 years at the team, but struck up a very nice and closely contested partnership with Carlos Sainz. Leclerc is one of the best qualifiers there is, securing 26 pole positions to date and has been Ferrari's #1 driver in recent years, winning 3 Grand Prix in 2024. But with Hamilton now in the mix, that dynamic could change. It'll be very interesting to see how Ferrari will handle a scenario where both drivers will be close in a race. So, Ferrari are properly trying to give Hamilton his 8th title, but Leclerc is still gunning for his first. Who do you think will break Ferrari's title drought first? Let us know down in the comments below, and I'll be back with another video very soon. For now, thank you so much for watching.